start of the season, couldn't it?
For what?
Well, I mean, for being big, except that Denver is in 5th place, which is hard to believe.
I think any team in our league is big. That's the way our league is. The fact that we only play them 2 times is important, right? But it's not any more important than any other series we play.
But I mean, before the start of the season, everyone picked them to win it, and you got them coming in at this stage. It's funny how they started out great and then
Well, we'll see. We'll see. They're a good hockey team.
Scott, your team defense, how have you liked how that's been this second half here? I felt like you spent time in the first half talking a lot about goals and those seem to be going in, but the team defense, what do you feel that's at right now?
I think it's okay. I think there's been some good moments, bad moments. Again, just turning over too many pucks on exits. I don't think our point coverage or net front coverage has been as good as it needs to be. Sometimes we don't get into our structure quick enough. And when we do, we're fine. But again, it's a commitment to that. So some guys struggle, like with our system, our first forward back is low, and some guys struggle with that. And then when there's no communication, things break down. So you give teams more time instead of just doing your job, and that's probably been the biggest struggle. Probably the most tape we've shown, just communication, just everyone's a little bit interchangeable, and some guys just aren't as comfortable down low, where it's not just a center. We don't play just a center low, you know.
How much is Denver going to test you guys?
Well, if we don't take care of the puck, I mean, they're going to be good enough as it is, you know. Don't need to fuel their transition. They're a team that likes to play on offense. They defend quick. They defend with 5. They try and get out of their zone as quick as possible, and they possess pucks in the offensive zone. So yeah, they're going to have the puck. They do every time we play them. They're going to have the puck. They're going to possess it. Sometimes they might not get a shot, but they'll wear you down if you don't get some stops. But we're gonna see that. I mean, it's how they play. Their sticks are good. I think they're really good at creating second opportunities through their stick detail. You know, disrupting plays, keeping plays alive. So have to know that going in.
Omaha, 2 weekends ago, you mentioned to me that you wanted to see some desperation out of your group on Saturday. The result wasn't what you wanted, but did you see what you were looking for out of your group in that game?
A little bit. Not enough. Shouldn't take Friday's loss. It shouldn't take 2 meetings. It shouldn't take conversations at this time of the year to tell guys they need to play with a little more urgency. That should have happened on Friday night. So I was very disappointed coming out of there. Yeah, you can talk about the effort, but there's no consolation, right? At the end of the day, you got to play good enough, and you got to find ways to win games, and we didn't do that.
Other than maybe getting some guys healthier, what's been the main points of emphasis through the break here for this series?
Get healthy, number one. You know, we got to get some lines with some chemistry, get some continuity there. So that's been fairly good. I mean, whether it works or not, obviously, to me, trying to create some offense and power play. Just again, like it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle with different guys, and worked on it today. You know, work on it again a little bit tomorrow. Like, I don't want to overkill it either. Like, I mean, I think we have guys in there. We just got to simplify and try and get that going. And again, for us, it's playing the game the right way. You have to play the game the right way. Like, we have to take care of pucks. Like, we've done a really, really, really average job of it's not even turnovers. It's just decision. It's decision making. It's decision making in parts of the rink. So again, we've got to make better decisions. We've got to make better decisions with the puck. And against this team, they're a transition team. We have to slow them down somehow. You have to you got to take away time and space as best you can. They're going to create it anyway, but you're going to have to take away time and space. And that's not running at guys. That's just playing smart with good angles, sticks, being above people. And again, not turning pucks over in critical areas. They're going to create enough of those. We don't need to feed it. We don't need to fuel it. Whether it's coming out of our zone, whether it's entering their zone, whether it's in the offensive zone where we're trying to force a play that starts their transition. And if they're a team that'll frustrate you. They're a team that'll frustrate you because they'll get on top of you. Their stick detail, like I said, is great. And then you start getting frustrated, and now you start forcing plays, and instead of just playing with a calmness and understanding this is how the game's going to be. And that's one thing this group has to do no matter who we're playing.
Is there anything that you discovered about your team this past week that you wouldn't be able to after the current game?
That I discovered? No, it was nice to have a few more bodies on the ice. That's probably one thing. No. It's up to them now. This is their, you know what? Like, they got to decide how they want to play the rest of the year. I mean, they got 8 games left. They got 10 for sure. That's it. If you want 10, it'll be done in 10. There's 10 games. That's it. Hopefully we can play beyond that. Hopefully we can play better and get to the playoffs and beat somebody and get to the tournament, our NCHC tournament, because that's otherwise it's ending. So it's right there. Like, again, can't wait. Like, if you don't have urgency now, you're never going to have it. Never going to have it. But they need to decide, every guy, how they want to play.
You had 20 skaters in Omaha, which is the first time in a little while that you had that.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like you had it on the ice today. What's that meant in terms of trying to create maybe a little bit of continuity here going into the final stretch?
It's been so abnormal all year, Bruce, I really don't know. It really has. It's been so abnormal every week. I've never gone through anything like it. So it is nice to have bodies. Whether they can all, whoever plays together can do the job. We still only have 13 forwards and 78, so it's not like we're loaded here. But again, everyone needs to do their job. We need some guys to play better. We need some guys to play better. We need overachievers, not underachievers. It's that simple. And if everyone plays to their capabilities, we'll have a chance to win hockey games. If we have passengers, we're not going to win. And yes, we need to play a lot closer to perfect than not. We don't have that margin of error. And that's, again, that's a focus. That's got to be every player's mentality going in. Our guys are going to work. They've worked all year. I'm not worried about them working. Got to compete a little bit harder. We got to execute better. Play for one another. This is that time of the year. Coming down the stretch, we're playing the upper echelon teams in our league. So we're going to find out. Will they make us better? Hopefully. But they're also dangerous teams.
You got Matty back 2 weekends ago. He gets a couple of goals and 3 points on the weekend. Talk about creating offense. If you can get him going and get him where he's a little more impactful offensively, what can that mean for your group?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, it's not like we have a bunch of guys that are filling the net. Any contributions we get from anybody. And that's how we started the year. That's how we need to finish the year. It's not just Ben Steves. Benny's going to do his part. We need different guys. Doesn't mean I'm asking Braden Fisher to lead our team in scoring, but if he can chip in a goal here or there, or Jack Smith, or like Gino did a couple weeks ago, and, everyone needs to contribute in some way, right? There's some guys that play more that we expect more out of. Some guys playing a lot more and play in different situations. So yeah, the expectations are a little bit different, but our group has to do it by, like we were doing it earlier in the year, where we're getting a little bit of contributions from everybody. Back end could help out too, scoring a goal or two, not just on the power play. But we're not going to score a lot. I mean, it's just the way it is. This is the way it is. That's it? Good? All right.
You good, Bill?
Right.
Quinn, the coach was talking about how if you guys don't, take it to another level here, you may only have 10 games left in the season. For someone like you, who those would be the last 10 games of your Bulldog career, how are you approaching, these last few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for 5 years now, so obviously these 10 games mean a lot to me, and I'm sure it does to Luke and Teese and Macker as well, because that's the end of our college career. But I think we're just trying to bring a positive energy each and every day, especially now that things are getting tight. And I think we just keep doing the same things we've been doing, and we'll go from there.
What's been the key in the past when you guys have been able to turn it on at this time of year and make some deep postseason runs?
Yeah, I think just how important it is to the guys in the room. Each and every guy play their own role and play it to the best of their ability. I mean, we're all here for a reason, and everyone brings their A game. We'll turn it to a next level.
Coach loves to talk about puck protection. I feel like that's one of those things that he'll probably always emphasize needs to get better. What is the key to good puck protection? What do you guys need to do better?
I think just having support all over the ice, D zone, neutral zone, offensive zone. You know, you have that F1. He's holding on to the puck. You need F2 there, and you need F3 in the slot, waiting to be able to jump on pucks.
Does line chemistry help with that?
Yeah, I
Or
think.
we were talking just like, you know, it was odd today. Scott said, you know, it felt a little odd today that you guys had, you know, 20 or whatever it was players out there practicing and such like that. With the way these lineups and everything have been jumbled, does chemistry help with that puck protection?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it all comes down to communication, and I know the guys out there, they're all trying to gel as a line, so I think just more of that communication part and that puck protection will come.
How important is it to be able to protect pucks and make good decisions, especially when you're facing a team like Denver that will, you know, they're already going to create transition and they're going to feed off it if you give them more.
Yeah, no, we have to be good down low, and we can't give those guys any time and space because once they get the puck, they're going north. So I think just keeping it down low and playing the Bulldog way, that ground game, is very important for us.
Have you ever gone back and looked at like the first championship team that UMD had? It was very similar, where things were struggling, the team was not looking good, goaltending was shaky, and suddenly everything started to click. They go on the road, they got sent out east, and they ended up winning by surprise. They were underdogs in every game, and they went all the way and won it. And it's like that kind of urgency that Scott's talking about. Said if you don't have urgency now, you'll never have it. And that's true, but sometimes when you play as hard as you guys play, you gotta have the reward of success in order as an incentive to get over that hump and score goals instead of just playing hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did a better job, obviously, Saturday in Omaha, and kind of ended on a better note, but it's still not the note we want to end on. So I think Scott's talked about it a lot, about, you know, his old teams and how they really came together at the end to obviously go on a great run.
How do you view this Denver team? Obviously talented, but has the rivalry grown in your 5 years here with this team? Are they a true rival with some of the games you played against them in your time?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I think every team in the NCHC is always a rival for us, but for me especially, I mean, you know, they're a hard team, very hard team to play against, but we just got to come out and play our game and hopefully come out on top.
More than any other team in the league, they play like a pro team to me. When I watch them, it looks like an American League team rather than a college team. They may lack a little of that fire and enthusiasm of this true college team, but they're so polished and smooth. Does it seem that way to you?
Yeah, they're a very skilled team. They got a lot of skilled forwards and D. But I think us as Bulldogs, we're more of a gritty team, and hopefully that grit can take over.
Good?
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.